Roxanne podcast.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? How my mic sound? How my mic sound, y'all? Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check mic check 1 2 1 2. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. You know, we've been talking a lot about the migrant crisis and things going on with the wars and black culture and FBA and all of that stuff. But happy Father's Day to the fathers. I want to talk about hip hop culture today. And I want to allow y'all to be able to call in, tell me y'all top 5 diss tracks or whatever. But Complex has put out another list. I went over the list live the last time of the top 50 LA rappers, and it seems as if a lot of people got disgruntled about that though. Now, one thing I want to say before we get into the piece that Complex put out, because they put videos and audio and everything, and we're gonna listen to some records and everything, man. I just want to chop it up with y'all. And to me, beefing and diss tracks has always been a part of hip hop culture. When I think about it, it's regional also. When you think about diss tracks, the first thing I think about is KRS-One and MC Shan. That's what I think about first. Then I go out to the West Coast to Eazy E and him dissing Dr. Dre and all of that. It always be people from the same neighborhood or the same city. Jay-Z and Nas, same city. Gucci Man and Jeezy, same city. What makes us so competitive against each other in our own backyard? As of recently, diss tracks has gotten more regional. When I think of modern day diss tracks like Pusha T, the story of Adidon, when he did what he did to Drake, however you perceive it is what he did. When Drake dropped back to back, and it made us perceive Meek to be different. Cause at one time, Meek, when he was dropping the championships albums and everything, he was on a run. He was looking like one of the best in the game. Him and Wale. Uh Young Dolph. We have a whole totally different perception of Yo Gotti now after he dropped Play With Your B. And it's just a plethora of songs, man. Diss songs, modern times, old time diss songs. But I want to get into the article. I want to allow y'all to call into the show and tell me y'all favorite diss tracks. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this article and start reading and listening to the music and everything. So, Complex top 50 hip hop diss songs. It may not be the most skill song, but the Young Dolph Play With Your Bitch, that was the most disrespectful rap song to me in a long time, man. Nas, that's my favorite rapper. I love Nas. If you wasn't alive during that era, I put the video out of that young boy from New Jersey talking about Jim Jones makes more better music. He got better drip than Nas. I thought that was a foolish statement that young boy put out. But everybody have a different perception of it. So let me get into the reading. Dating back to the time Big Bank Hank of the Sugar Hill Gang borrowed Grandmaster Caz rhyme book and used his lyrics without credit on Rapper's Delight. MCs have been feuding on and off wax. Hip hop is a culture built around machimo and bravado, so backing down or losing a battle is detrimental to an artist's career. One slip up and you can find yourself with a one-way ticket to obscurity. Certain MCs have built an empire, careers around beefing with other artists, while others have had their careers destroyed with just a couple of lines. But what once began as two rappers simply battling over skill has turned into big business with parody music videos, elaborate stage shows, and entire albums dedicated to the COVID battle. I'm just ready to get into the list though, but I'm gonna keep reading. The ante is constantly being upped to keep the fans entertained, so lines will be crossed. While artists strive to find unique and creative ways to slander their opinion, mothers, women, and children have all been involved. On the heels of Kendrick Lamar and Drake's historic back and forth, Complex has updated our list of the 50 best hip hop diss songs ever. Vegetarians be aware. They silly with that. You know, what is y'all thoughts when y'all think about battles? Because I see that they put in here mothers, children, and others have been involved. Women, do y'all think that it's boundaries when it comes to beef? Is certain things off limits when it comes to diss records? Because to me, I really don't feel like anything is off limits. Like if we want to smoke with each other and we going through whatever we going through, then ain't nothing off limits. I can say and do whatever I choose to, even if it's a myth. I feel that way. And it's just interesting to see what the first song is, 50 Cent Piggy Bank, which was released in 2005. They say he was targeting Nas, Jada Kiss, Mobb Deep, Ja Rule, Khalees, Shine, Fat Joe, and Little Kim. Damn, he was going at some people. Jada Kiss is a hell of a rapper too, man. And one of his diss songs has to be in the top 50, especially the one where he went to Philadelphia and was talking crazy to Benny Siegel. Even though Siegel had a great response too, that was one of the best beefs. Oh man, we got to listen to some of this. I remember this. Being from the South, this UNLV Drag 'em in the River, it might have been a diss song, but we was playing this shit like it was a club banger. Let's listen to a little bit of it.
Fake cheerleading, bitch. You want a nigga like me to beware, huh? I'ma show you some sports right now. You bitch, you. Take them braids out his head, yellow. I'ma drag him from the river, dump his body and chuck y'all, leaving a note around his neck, reading badass yellow boy. Oh, he wants some. Ain't that cool, yo? Mystical, who's a hoe? Mystical. From the free and I don't give a fuck. And I know you thought I wouldn't be back, but you can't keep me down. Don't forget about the youth and the cash money comes. I'm from the 3 and I don't give a fuck.
It's 2025. That song don't hit the same, but damn, that shit old. 29 years old. That's crazy that song that old right now. And we used to bump that like, I remember all the people with the candy cars and when everybody was riding Spokes and Vogues and all of that was bumping at the flip. That's when the chameleon paint job was popping and all of that, man. But Alan Bundy, he said Nas with Ether is the GOAT diss track. Just like Stan from Eminem, he created his own word, ether. I thought the word ether was around before then though, fam. To be honest with you. Let's get to track number 48. Pusha T featuring The Dream. Exodus 23:1. Is it this the song where he was going to Lil Wayne? We gotta tap into this a little bit. Pusha T might have 2 records in this.
Best served like steak. Well done, get a gun in your face, bitch nigga. People have you praying to God. Move your kids, have you hiding your mom. Beef is when you hide behind the mother niggas, but they ain't killers, they ain't pulling them triggers. Fuck niggas. People have you keying our cars. Heart broke, yours don't look like ours. Them niggas ain't dying for you. Them niggas ain't dying for you. Throwing that flag up, running around, you hot shit. Taking half of everything you get. Yeah, them niggas ain't dying for you. Them niggas ain't dying for you. And we know that. Contract all fucked up. I guess that means you all fucked up. You signed to one nigga, that signed to another nigga, that signed to 3 niggas. Now that's bad luck.
I remember the record. It made Wayne look a little crazy on this because he was talking about his deal, talking about a lot of things that the public wasn't aware of. I'm excited for this new Clips album. That was a dope record, man. Number 48, Pusha T featuring The Dream. MC8, Death Wish. This is a tough record too, though, man, because him and Quick beef was like ridiculous, man. Him and DJ Quick beef, I have a whole totally different appreciation for the music that was created throughout this time. Let's hear a little bit of it, though.
Yeah, we in the motherfucking house. MC8 DJ Slip, half ounce in the motherfucking house. Niggas on the run in the motherfucking house. Lil Hawk and Bird in the motherfucking house. 8 hype in the house, bitch. And you can't stop the motherfucking bum rush. Compton, fool. Shit, nigga. Real Compton. You got it started, so let me finish, fool. You can't fuck with the straight up menace, nigga. It's time to pull your fucking car. Bookworm, let me see you squirm, cause you ain't that fucking hard. You dropped the bullet to the test, but ain't no way your bulletproof vest can protect that burnt chest, nigga.
You know, that was a dope record also, but I think it's dated. That whole rap style and everything is dated. And I might be more of a fan of MC8 music than DJ Quick though, but I think that DJ Quick won the battle. That was track 47 on this list from Complex. Let's get to the next one. 46, Chef G, No Suburban. This was released in 2017 and was crazy. I feel as if like I'm the best person for reacting to this list because I've lived through a lot of it. And I could name 50 diss tracks and I never even heard of Chef G. And I feel like I'm a hip hop historian, a person that listens to everything that drop. If I haven't heard it, I don't know how it made the list. For real. Let me read a little bit of it though. I don't even want to listen to it. Chef G is a pioneer of New York drill, and the genre wouldn't have had its initial burst at the conception without Suburban. The track was a response to fellow Brooklyn drill rapper 22's Suburban, and the authentically New York diss track became a hit on the streets because it takes square aim at its target's chest. Works so well because it doesn't try to complicate things, as Chef G would say in No Suburban. This is a diss track. This is not a song. Okay. Eminem Kill Shot. I thought this was trash, to be honest with you. Just my opinion of it. I thought this was trash. I thought this was the first time that an artist really, really got the better of Eminem. Even though, you know, Eminem is a hell of a rapper, impeccable bars. He know how to put the words together well, though. This record uh, shouldn't be on no list as top anything when it comes to diss tracks. That's just my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. We're going to keep going, too. I'm going to listen. Oh, man. Stillmatic Freestyle, 44th by Nas. We got to listen to it.
Hey yo, Nasty Nas, what up? Ain't nothing, a lot of cowards frontin'. I hear what you saying, but yo, this is all love for me, you know? No doubt, smoke them cowards, it still matter. Ma, I'm sorry who the fuck I am. I can't trust my fans. Out of luck, no constructive plans. My friends stay powdered up. I'm so drunk, can't stand. You said if I was sober up, I'd be a powerful man. Turned out the street life. You prayed I wouldn't, but every church in the world can't save our children. I stayed out late, you heard shots. Thought it would be your oldest son on the ground dead, but fortunately, them bullets had some other names on it. The brother was blind. I hit the L, then we yell out. It wasn't my time. Then loaded up shells one by one. You smell blunts from my room door. Little Nasir was at war, and little did I care what you saw. True deep with a few heat. Now it's time we settle the score. But in the projects, I visit Muhammad in linen garment, teaching man, woman, and child the living prophet. And I'm similar. Nasir bin Aluda Rob. This Allah, fistful of dollars in the dice game. Guard the Ice King guard, the Black Christ, elegant stance. Clothes fit me like a crime boss, the medicine man. I see the world collapsing. Young pregnancies, young girls are fasting, and they Sassoon jean, no prophylactic. All this fashion and fly Jerry now makes my eyes teary. NY City, grab a hole and ride with me, rip the free.
You know, that was a decent track, but to me, that really didn't even sound like a diss track. When I'm like listening to it now, 24 years later, it's not disrespectful enough. It's just good rapping. I feel like nowadays, the track has to be extremely disrespectful. That's what I look for the most, the disrespect when I'm listening to a diss track. Then I can worry about the cadence, the bars, and how it's put together. And I like a nice dark beat. That right there, I wonder if that was released before Ether. I think they telling me in this article. Nas' 2001 album Stillmatic was praised as a return to the form, and his one-man Rockefeller Slaughter, Stillmatic Freestyle, was a fitting warm-up, spitting over the coldest remix of Eric B. and Rakim's Paid in Full. Nas gets off on Jay-Z and most of the rock team with the energetic flow, near rhyme structures, and ruthless consciousness. I can't pronounce the word, I'm sorry. Here he cuts through Hov's hard-earned mythology ahead of Hov's then forthcoming sixth studio album. Nas' lyrical exercise was on an incisive way and deconstructing Hov's blueprint on a song filled with questions centered around street credibility and Jay-Z's aptitude as a business exec. A comparison to the Fooshnickens might just be the most disrespectful insult. Yeah, really, it's really hard to challenge. Ooh, weed is one of them. 43, Benny Siegel, put your hands up. I ain't even got a pledge. I know what that is. Y'all know exactly what that is. That's a smash hit, man. Benny Siegel, I wish his voice was right because I think we missing out on hearing more music from him. I was just talking to my homeboy about Scarface last album, Deeply Rooted, and how he need to go listen to it and break it down and all of that because that Deeply Rooted Scarface album to me is a classic. And sometimes albums take time. Like that's what's crazy in the creative space today in the world and in sports and just everything. Like we don't give people time to be great or we don't allow things time to, be able to brew. Like when you eating good food, you gotta let the thing like marinate and marry and get, put it together. So it takes time for things for you to just accept things for what they was because sometimes things be timepieces. Let's get to the next track. Oh Lord, 42. Fuck Benny Siegel Freestyle by Kiss. This was one of the best, hip hop beefs. Cause them boys was rapping their ass off and they was in their prime, Jada Kiss and Benny Siegel. At that time, Benny Siegel was rapping his ass off, Kiss was rapping his ass off. Damn, this what ended Lil Flip career. Now they get into the business. 41 T.I. 99 Problems, Lil Flip ain't one. This was a hard ass mixtape. I think this was on the first Gangsta Grills ever created also. That was a hard ass mixtape. No cap. I ain't gonna play. I want to play that though. Hold up. I gotta play.
Gangsta Brazil.
Down with the king.
Live and direct from the traps of the A-Town, nigga. Yo, Westside Bankhead, nigga. Pimp Squad Click, nigga. Grand Hustle, pound. Say I'm mad, huh? Hey. Your faggot ass gonna be mad in a minute. Sis ass, nigga. Let's go, nigga. I'ma hit your faggot ass in the mouth when I see your whole south, nigga. Fuck what you heard, homie. Leprechaun ass, nigga.
I'm king of the place called home of the base. He emerged at the trap from a zone of the flake called a case. And he still keep a chrome on his waist. But the haters in the face getting thrown in the way. Like a pussy nigga named Lil Wesley trying to test me. On your best behavior with your faggot ass best be. Choose words carefully when you address me. You ain't gotta like me, but you gonna respect me. Or else get wet like a jet ski. Nigga, take 10 of these and live, that'll impress me. Say I wanna rap on your song, you wouldn't let me. See you on the front of the source like that upset me. And fuck you in the ass, I ain't mad about shit. Try and tip shot quick, so your ass gon' get. And I ain't finna put a mask on flip. I'ma empty out the clip and your ass gon' flip. Bet your moms and your dad gon' trip. But them the consequences try to mash on tip. Nigga, lyrically I murk you, physically I hurt you. You ain't never ran the streets, you had a curfew.
I hated when that beef was going on because I really liked Lil Flip. I liked Lil Flip music a whole lot. It was fun. It was energetic. It was good music. I liked that he could freestyle and put it together the way he did, though. But it seemed like the world gravitated to T.I. more, and T.I. was more lyrically inclined. And at the end of the day, T.I. created more music and better music also. Drake push-ups. I really, this was the best song that came from Drake in the Kendrick Lamar beef, though. And I liked all three of the switch-ups or whatever, though. But I have a totally different perspective on Drake now. And I don't want to mention it on this episode, though, but 40, it ain't better than his best one. Back to back will always be his best diss track. And I want to say something though, even though I don't want to address my thoughts and perceptions about Drake and the Kendrick Lamar beef. I think when you at the top of how he was at the top, and back to back being what it was and the historical moment it was, the outcome of this beef and how we perceive him to be now is all his fault because I wouldn't even acknowledge Kendrick Lamar. I wouldn't have if I was at the top like that. I just wouldn't even acknowledge them. This song right here, man, I'ma just play it. Rest in peace, Eazy E.
Hey yo, doctor, here's another proper track, and it's fat. Watch the sniper, time to pay the piper, and let that real shit provoke. See, you's a wanna be low, then you'll get smoked. And I hope that your fans understand when you talk about spraying me. The same records that you're making is paying me. Motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Snoop, motherfuck Death Row. Yo, and here comes my left blow. 'Cause
You know, to me, you could tell somebody wrote Eazy E raps. He wasn't the best rapper, man. That album that this was released on, it's on Dre 187 Killer. That album, it wasn't a good album. It had like 3 songs on it. But I want to say something about like Eazy E's personality really shined through on songs. Even when he was on the Bone Thugs and Harmony song, For the Love of Money, his personality shined. It wasn't his quality of lyrics and how good of a rapper he was or anything like that. His character really stood out. Let's get into the next track. Cameron featuring Jim Jones. Now they beefing. Hate Me Now. They remixed the Nas track or whatever. Who was this aimed at? Because I forgot. Oh, this was aimed at Nas. You know, I heard this track one time, but I never really heard it, like really paid attention. Let me see what this was about, because nowadays in this time, you know, Jim Jones and Cameron big up Nas. They celebrate Nas and his career and talk about how influential he was on them. So let me listen to the track, man. See if this was just some disgruntled young boys.
Niggas out here, holler, man. I heard niggas talking reckless, man. You're talking out the side of your mouth, nigga. The niggas is faggots, straight puss. Word to my mother, put my foot in your ass, nigga. No homo, nigga. What's really good? Jim Jones, Jim Capo status, Eastside fool, Dipset riders, nigga. When we catch you, we gon' slap that kufi straight off your motherfucking head. Fuck killer. Harlem. Don't act like I wasn't gonna stand up. It's nothing. Everybody wanna be king of the city, right? It's nothing, man. We just living. Millionaire status, shorty. Y'all with me? Harlem, diplomats. Let's ride out. Yo. Hey yo, this little nigga Nas think he live like me. Drove 5, shot 5, flip pies like me. Nah, Cam gonna blast. I done ran through his past, and I ran for the mag, Taliban on your ass. You a terry cloth, that mean very soft. Thanks, J. Calms the bomb, broke a cherry off. Severely massacre, we really gon' laugh at you. The Mac Millie blasted you, you really run to Africa. Stupid sucker for love, home plenty. Nelson Mandela, we all bone winning. Shit, I come over and fight. You forgot over the night. Yo, your career's over like Mike. Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson. Ask done about my mean kids. Frizzlestein, triple beam, cripple teams. When you see money in Queensbridge.
Hey, I can't cap, man. That shit was hard, man. But you know, when I think about what Nas had to go through, it makes him even more legendary to even still be relevant today, because he had to go up against the whole record label. Cam, Jim Jones, Benny Siegel, them state property niggas coming at him, the boss coming at him, Jay-Z. He had to go up against the whole record label, and he came out on top. That's crazy. And Cameron, this was when he was at his peak. In the comment section or in the chat, I want to know what's your favorite Cameron album, because it can only be 2. If you say any one other than these, you are on a capathon. The only 2 it can be is Come Home With Me or Purple Haze. My personal favorite is Purple Haze. Even though Come Home With Me got a few tracks on there that's better than any track on Purple Haze, but the cohesiveness of Purple Haze is definitely a classic. Let's see, 37, Jada Kiss Checkmate. This was at 50 Cent again. I like Jada Kiss coming at 50, but at this time, 50 was damn near unstoppable. And the Jada Kiss beef with Benny Siegel was actually more entertaining for me. I'm gonna play a little bit of this record though, because I don't even really remember it. And Jada Kiss is a hell of a rapper. A lot of times he done had to stand up, he stood tall, and he handled his business. But let me listen to this record.
You did it, baby. Congratulations, homie. You made history. 1.1 million in a short week. We screw a press conference. Press this on your conscience. D-Block. Cheers. Yeah! I ain't mad. I don't want to sound mad. I feel marvelous. D-Block, double R. Fucking faggots. You gon' hit on this like grown men, you won't win. You don't even feel comfortable in your own skin. I rap my ass off. I'm fighting a champ with the glass jaw at the Garden of Nassau. See me, couple hood niggas behind stars. I heard you put a couple good niggas behind bars. I might never sell that much, but you could bet your last 2 quarters I never tell that much. Picture Kiss not come out swinging. It's like going to see 50 at a show and he don't come out singing. Yeah, you got a felony, but you ain't a predicate. Never the king in New York, you live in Connecticut. You don't be in the hood, you be in the woods. Fucking with me, so we really gon' be for good. I hold a 4-5 myself and hop out the range on 145 myself. This is a true fact. Since when has it become cool to get shot and not shoot back? Trackmaster shelf you, brave hearts helped you, then everybody felt you. Now I gotta melt you. And don't try to pull rank on Kiss, cause the niggas I'ma send to do it ain't gon' miss. Be laid up stiff, I spit straight up piff. I did real songs with Big, no made up shits. And I don't got a problem with clout. You ain't get shot again yet, so what's your second album about? No, your raps are preschool. You made a lot of money, now be cool. Before I swell up your lips like seafood.
You know, he was hitting hard with the bars. He was spitting and everything. But listening back to this, at that time, that was an elite diss track. And still today, those are elite bars. But at that time, 50 Cent was in a totally different place and he was unstoppable. Let's keep going with the list, though. Taking my time, too, with this. Remy Ma, Sheetha. I wonder how if this still hit the same after everything that has transpired with Remy Ma. Because when this first dropped, I was like, damn, don't nobody want no smoke with her. Now, after Papoose said what he said, that he wrote the bars, is it going to hit the same? Because Nicki's still on top, and the things that she was saying to her was kind of highly disrespectful.
Free Remy. You know what? Free Remy. Fuck you, free Remy!
Fuck Nicki Minaj.
Are you dumb? You wore a pink diamond chicken wing chain. Are you dumb? You had a leopard beehive on your head. Are you dumb? Are you forgetting that I pressed you before, bitch?
Fuck Nicki Minaj.
Fuck with your soul like Sheetha. You ain't the queen, I'll show you. Like on your ass and belly. I prove you lost already. They told you your whole career I come home and kill you, right? I told you I wasn't talking about your dumb ass. It looks stupid. You literally got a dumb ass talking cray. And we all know that you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass. Let's be honest, you stole that line about bitches being your sons. How you take my 09 jail tweet and run? Talking about bringing knives to a fight with guns when the only shot you ever took was in your buns. And I saw Meek at All-Star. He told me your ass dropped. He couldn't fuck you for 3 months because your ass dropped. Now I don't think I understand how bad her ass got. The implants that she had put in her ass pop.
Oh, man. I knew it. My perception of that record has completely changed. Like, I can hear the Papoose influencing. Every time she say anything, I want to see how she is going to sound now that Papoose is removed from her life. Because listening back to this Sheetha diss, I can see the influence all over it. That sound just like Pap. For real. Let's get to the next record. 36, Mobb Deep. Drop a gem on him. Definitely a smash hit. You know, These are some of the most damn, this was targeted at Pac too, man. This was a response to Pac. Definitely, how is they dropping so Pac was dead and they still was dropping diss tracks on Pac when he was dead? That's crazy. They say 1996, didn't Tupac die in 1995 and they still was dropping diss tracks on him? That's interesting, man. I'm not gonna play that one, but that's a fire record though. Roxanne Shante, have a nice day. You know, a lot of the OGs told me that if Roxanne Shante had the backing and the investment behind her like that, she could have been one of the dopest ever. Or she is one of the dopest ever. She just didn't have the financial backing like that. She was more of an independent artist. Let's play the record though, because I never heard this Roxanne Shante record. I really, you know, the beats in the 80s, me being a down south person, man, I really couldn't get jiggy with that shit. But let me listen to it though. Blaze, tell me how the music audio sound on your end, family. I would highly appreciate it if you could tell me how the audio sound. Are we coming through crispy, or do I need to make some adjustments? Let's keep checking out the record.
Some people call me shiny, some people call me rocks. And those who try to diss, I just knocks them out the box. Cause I'm Shantae and y'all know the routine, and here we go again. So all hail the queen. I left you for a while, but it was worth the wait, because it gave me just enough time to create a funky rhythm that's guaranteed to move the world. Have the party people screaming out, oh, just like Diana Ross, I'm the boss. And those who disapprove, you can go for you.
I understand people appreciate nostalgia and everything though, but that sound like a child, man. That ain't nothing, man. That's, you know, sometimes things don't get better with time; they get worse. And to me, I really, you know, I can't deal with that. Number 33, Cameron Stan. Stan Spit. I really ain't. I never heard this. I'm gonna read it. I ain't gonna play it. I'm gonna just read it. Probably best known for his appearance in the movie Belly and his guest verse on Big L's posthumous single "Put It Down." Harlemite Stan Spit became embattled with one of his one-time mentors, Cameron. After dissing him on an obscure freestyle, in response, Cam recreated Eminem's "Stan" and flipped it. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear Cam dissing nobody I don't know. Company Flow, Linda Tripp. I never heard this either. And I'm not going to play it. But in the comment section, I would like to know if y'all heard that record before, because I don't, you know, I don't know who Company Flow is, and I don't know nothing about no Linda Tripp. I don't even know the people that they targeting on the record. And it's crazy if I don't know it. It's just crazy how embedded I am in the hip hop culture and all the things I know. I never heard that though. Let me read Blaze's comment. The fact that Complex put Takeover. No, we can't say it yet though. We can't say it yet now, fam. You done gave the numbers up, man. What's what, man? We in the 30s, fam. I ain't even seen this list. To be honest with you. Kendrick Lamar, Meet the Grams. You know, this was a good record. It was a hell of a record. Is this the one with the creepy sounds on it? Yeah.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry.
Damn, he mentioned his son, Daryl Adonis, the first words. Whew. That was a decent track, though. But to me, it would be higher up on the list. I couldn't put that at 31. I think that that's recency bias. Let's get into number 30. So they got Jay-Z Super Ugly on her. And they got it on the wrong album, because Super Ugly, I think, was on You cool, fam. You didn't have to remove the content, but I appreciate it though. You didn't have to remove the comment, but I appreciate it though, family. Super Ugly, wasn't that on the Blueprint too, or am I wrong? Because I know every song on the Blueprint. The Blueprint is one of my top 3 albums, man. If y'all don't know, to me, the best hip hop album ever created, the most cohesive, the best production album that I can listen from top to bottom, to me. Even though his actions might have make people think different about Kanye West, but My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite hip hop album of all time. And I hope somebody can create something high quality like that to change it though. But I remember this song got backlash. I remember Dame Dash talking about didn't whatchamacallit, what's his name that just passed away? Murder Inc. Didn't he produce this record? Super Ugly. Irv Gotti. Listen to a little bit.
Uh-oh! I got myself a gun.
I remember.
Uh-oh! I got myself a gun. I got myself a gun. But really, I don't need the heat. Your heart pump project Kool-Aid, you sweet, nigga.
This was on a Clue tape, wasn't it, fam? I think this was on a Clue tape because he rapped off of Nas beat. I remember this, but this didn't really have no impact. The one I'm thinking of that was very disrespectful was the one that Irv Gotti produced. And he was talking about skeeting on the baby seat and all that old type behavior. You know, it was a little disrespectful. So Rick Ross, Drake, and French Montana Stay Scheming. This was a fire record, but the diss wasn't really that impactful to me. The target was Common. I think Drake said something about Common on the record, and it was cool. The response was so potent that it sent Common back into the lab to record another response that included his best diss line since "The Bitch in You," claiming that Drake was Canadian Dry Louise. You know, this was a hell of a record. These boys was spitting on her, and this was around time when French Montana was really, really hot when he was dropping the mac and cheese mixtapes and all of that. And Rick Ross was hot too. Lauryn Hill lost ones. Damn. I never really this a diss record though, but it's a good record at the same time. It's just a good record overall. Yeah. So Reasonable Doubt is in my top 5 all time. Takeover. You know, Reasonable Doubt is in my top 5 too, though. I'm gonna give you my list, Blaze, to tell me what you think about it. That Hot Down, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I don't know what Kanye was on when he was producing that, but if you go back and listen to the production of that album and everything, he was killing on there, man. Then he had a couple of J verses, and I could tell Pusha T was in his bag with the writing because he was writing yay bars at that time, and then that's when Pusha T doesn't get the credit he deserves to me because he put good music on his back. He was just recently split and broke up from the group with his brother. And I feel like when he went to Kanye and they linked up and they wrote that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, they created a masterpiece. But let's keep going with the list, man. Tupac, Edie I Mean, and Young Noble, Bomb First. That was a hard track, man. Talking in Bad Boy, Notorious Big, Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, Nas, and Exhibit. He was going crazy on that Bomb First. He started it off. MC Shan, Kill That Noise. That was hard. This is an epic battle. This is MC Shan and KRS-One. To me, they initiated battle rap and beef rap and creating excitement around beef songs. For me, Eminem, I'm really not a fan of Eminem. No matter what type of dissing he doing, I didn't really care about him dissing Dilated People, Limp Bizkit, and Everlast. That didn't resonate in the culture that I participate in hip hop. I really don't want to hear that shit, that Eminem like that. We're gonna play another one though when we get to it. LL Cool J 24 Jack the Ripper was flawless coming out at Kumo D. And LL Cool J deserves to be where he rank on y'all list, man. Tell me that in the comment section. Is LL Cool J a top 10 rapper of all time? He created the acronym the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He proclaimed the self-proclaimed greatest rapper of all time. Where do LL Cool J rank for y'all? Let me know in the comment section. This is my favorite track from the most recent diss tracks from between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I really like the Euphoria record, and I'm going to play a tad bit of it.
Woo, shit, my man sing his new rap. Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. Why calculate? You're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
We ain't gonna get into it. We ain't gonna dive too deep into it. That was the best record to me. I actually like that more than like that for a diss record, but like that is a hit record. So I can understand why the people who really ain't embedded and really care about hip hop like that more. It's more of a celebratory song after the beef was over. The beef was over when he dropped that. It was like a celebration to the ending of this foolishness that me and you spewing back and forth. The Euphoria killed off the beef, and then like that was a celebration. Let's keep going though. Tim Dog, fuck Compton. I remember this record, man. Ain't Tim Dog from Miami somewhere? Yeah, he was alright. It was alright. I don't know if it should be at 22 though, cause this nigga couldn't rap a Christmas present. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Let's hear about a couple of minutes of it, couple seconds.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Yo, it's about time we got somebody from the South Bronx speaking on the whack ass rappers.
Yeah.
You know what, man? It really ain't.
I heard enough that nigga couldn't rap a Christmas present. That's all I'm gonna say. Real talk. I gotta read Blaze list. My boy Blaze left me his top 5. Stillmatic. Boy, that's Stillmatic, a good ass album. My favorite song on there is You're the Man. Reasonable Doubt. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. And Lauryn Hill's Miseducation. That's a hell of a list, Blaze. But damn it, you a East Coast nigga. You gotta be from the East Coast. You ain't get, you know, and I don't know. You don't have to be from the East Coast to have a list like that. That is high quality music. Great music. Every last one of those are great music. Even the Lupe Fiasco Food and Liquor album is a classic. You're gonna make me go back and listen to that today. For real. And I want to tell the people something, you know, before we get into furthering the conversation in the list or whatever. I created a membership for the channel for exclusive content. If you want to see some things that may not be uploaded, I have a whole bunch of interviews. I got the Old Spice One interview in the membership section. I got the A Ward, the battle rapper that's from Tennessee, from my hometown, Knoxville, that be killing shit in there. I got a lot of exclusive pieces of content. I even have a lot of unreleased music. 3 albums of unreleased music in the membership. The music is not on Apple Music. It's not nowhere. So if you want to create the membership, the tiers is $4.99 and one of them is $15.99 for exclusive stuff. You can get merch 50% off. You can get musics and albums for free. So thank y'all for that. If y'all interested in that, go to the membership link, click the membership link, pay the $4.99, and you'll be most definitely appreciated from me and my loved ones. Real talk. So let's get into the next one. 21, DJ Quick, Dollars and Cents. Why they got the cover like this? See, this why I can't respect Complex, because they got the Murder Was the Case cover, but they saying DJ Quick, Dollars and Cents is the song that they playing, and they putting at number 21 as one of the top 50 diss tracks of all time. I don't respect that. That let me know that somebody that is not of the culture has created this list because they mix matching the hot damn cover with the song. So I only want to play it because if a Snoop Dogg song come on, I'm gonna be pissed. Drake, Family Matters. This was a good record too, though. But does it deserve to be 20? Hell nah. It didn't impact like that. Now, and I'm gonna say something. If they don't got that Young Dolph Play With Your B on this, then I'm gonna be highly upset. This was a good record right here, the Gucci Man, The Truth. Young Jeezy made a hell of a lot better music than Gucci. He had a bigger budget too behind him and bigger production and more of a team because he was signed to a bigger and better label and had more of a budget. But I want to say something. If you're listening to this, because I have a lot of New York and New Jersey listeners, and the culture right now, we doing all this shit on the internet. It seems like the United States is just one big state now. We all got access to each other. But the impact of this record and Gucci Mane's run from 2007 to 2012, he was on one, man. This record really, like, was disrespectful. It damn near created the disrespecting the dead. I think this was the time, and this was the first record where you had artists disrespecting the dead. Before the drill music, before Chief Keef in Chicago and all of that. This, to me, was the first song I ever heard where you heard people disrespecting the dead. Let's play just a little bit of it and check it out.
I say, I say, so 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 I say, all these girls excited.
Scooch. Suckers keep on downing me. They know they should be crowning me. Yo! School walk. Just count paper. Just count paper. Boy, just count the days. 80 chains going and they ain't took one yet. And they're retarded about Gucci, but this gold Rolex. A $10,000 bounty put on my neck. I hope you didn't pay them cause they didn't have no success. You see my interview, nigga, and you got upset. I seen your interview too, you look oh so stressed. I think the nigga just mad cause I fucked this ex. And I'm a big dog, he got the little boy complex. Go dig your partner up, nigga, bet he can't say shit. And if you're looking for the kid, I'll be in zone 6.
Enough. Sunday, man. It's Father's Day. I'm up here playing this foolishness, man. I'm just reacting to the list, though. That boy talking about dig your partner up. And he said it in his face in the verses. Goodness, Gucci highly disrespectful. They got too many Eminem records on her, man. Boy, at to be 18, we ain't even concerned about Benzino enough to even want to hear that. And Blaze, I want to say something too about this comment that you put on the screen. I would take DMX off my list and add Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap. Whew. Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap for my age group and maybe your age group too, Blaze. I don't know how old you are. It does have a hell of an impact. But I can remember when I was in Tennessee and It's Dark and Hell is Hot came out. That shit was bumping all over the place. I couldn't hide from it. And I'm in the South where folks at that time, I don't know who, Cash Money was relevant. Because then they go on tour together or something. That's when everybody was listening to Cash Money. But when that It's Dark and Hell is Hot came out, that's all that shit was hitting. Real talk. I don't know. That's a good one though, man. Which album is better? That's something to have a conversation about. Victory Lap or It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Woo, that's a conversation. So number 17, Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar Like That. That shouldn't be down that low. Even though that was an impactful record that started off the beef between, it didn't start off. It contributed to what Drake and J. Cole had did. And it ignited the fire. But, you know, Future didn't even get disrespectful in that song. So just that verse from Kendrick Lamar, I can't give that number 17. That got to go up. That got to go up in the late 30s, early 40s. This right here, man, might be disrespectful to be number 16. Because this may not be a top 5. Help me out, y'all. Where do South Bronx rank? Top 5, top 10, it can't be 16. Folks, young folks that's getting into hip hop culture, if you don't know nothing about that record and you ain't looked at the videos and the performances, then don't write a rap, nigga. Don't even start. If you don't know nothing about that South Bronx record, don't even start rapping, dog. Oh yeah, that's that you being 39 though, fam. That I know that Nip had an impact. You might have to take DMX off your list and add that Nip for your age group too. I might be just a tad bit older than you though, fam. But that DMX and that Nip is in between for me because DMX is a little bit older than me and Nip is a little bit younger than me. So that's just a good hell of a dang on comparison. It's Dark as Hell is Hot and Victory Lap. Yeah, that's a hell of a competition. But let's keep going, man, because I feel like they disrespected KRS-One. MC Lyte. Oh, nah, they gotta stop now. I'm gonna keep going. MC Lyte over KRS-One is foolishness. Tupac Against All Lies. Hell of a record. I think some songs had more of an impact than this though. Against All Lies was a good song, but you know, they could have put that Kendrick record back down here after that. Like, they could have put one of that DJ Quick song down here. This Tupac is good, though, but, you know, Tupac got a better diss. LL Cool J. I never heard this. Let me hear it, man.
Yeah. To the break of dawn. Involved. As we get funky, problems will be solved. To the break of dawn. Everybody knows. To the break of dawn. When it comes to a situation like this, to the break of dawn. Effects, and I can't resist. To the break of dawn. In the house, you know what I'm saying? To the break of dawn. Style. To the break of dawn. This ain't on the pot tip, check it out. What is a panther? An animal that kills. I'm like a shark with blood coming out the gills. You can never in your wildest dreams get a piece of this gangster lean straight for Queens. Strong as liquor that be seen in a limousine. Now you're getting done without Vaseline. Wouldn't bite because your rhymes are puppet chow. Made another million so competitors bow. Homeboy, hold on, my rhymes are so strong. Nothing could go wrong, so why do you prolong songs that ain't strong? Brother, you're dead wrong. Ain't got the nerve to have them Star Trek shades on. You can't handle the whole weight. Your skin needs lotion, teeth need Colgate. Wise up, you little burnt up French fry. I'm that type of guy, and I slam you know just.
LL Cool J is a great, but that ain't something I even listen to twice, man. Real talk. This and MC Hammer might be a little bit dangerous too, because Hammer wasn't to be played with. Common, the bitch in you. He went off on Cube on this. This was a good record, but it might be a little bit too high. Let's hear it though. Let's hear this. Look, just a little bit.
Let it. AKA Black. They lost their fucking mind, man.
I want to say something though before it continue to play. Music has changed so much. Like, why are we waiting a minute for niggas to rap? Like, I'm getting impatient. I'm used to the song coming on and people coming right in. Pause. People getting right to it. But, you know, back in the days, you had to ride around and bob your head for 45 seconds before they said a word.
A bitch nigga with an attitude named Q tried to step to the con with a few. What the fuck I look like this in the whole coast? You ain't made shit dope since America's most wanted to cease. From the Midwest to the East, on the dick of the East for your first release. Your lease is up at the crib house, niggas get evicted. In videos of white boys talking, you get wicked. Natural born killer, nigga, you natural born God. Read rich. Got the nerve to say you rob. Hypocrite, I'm filling out your death certificate. Slanging bean pies and St. Ives in the same sentence. To the repentant, on the 16th of October, get some beats besides Parliament. To rock over, rap careers over, better off acting. What trouble I see, and manage the WC and wax in. You backed into a four-corner hustler. Lying on your dick, said you was fucking her. Use higher learning, don't take my words out of text. Went from gangster to Islam to the Dick of Das effects. It'd take the nation and millions to hold me back from giving you mouth shots. So hit with the pipe that Ralph got. Chris Tucker ain't around, it's your Friday, it was good. Wasn't Saudi Seavers with the boys in the hood. I see the bitch in you, when you don't speak your mind, the bitch in you. Look at me in my line, I see the bitch in you. To be hard, you trying, the bitch in you. It's coming out.
That was a decent record. Common can flow too, man. You know, Chicago is an interesting place. On one of the previous episodes, I was talking about the cities that has the most impact in hip hop culture, and we came to a agreement that number one is New York, number two is Los Angeles, number three is Atlanta. But I'm kind of torn in between Los Angeles and Atlanta. But I want to know from you guys watching the show, if you watch the playback of the show, and you guys that's watching the live right now, who is the fourth most impactful city? It has to be Houston or Chicago. And the reason I thought about this was because listening to Common rap, Chicago got some dope rappers, man. They got Twister up there, man. They had Common, they got Ye, they got Chief, they got Dirt, they had Von, they had a whole bunch of people that they had the Brat. Now, people might say that she from Atlanta or whatever though, but the Brat is the first female to ever go platinum. So at the end of the day, she's Chicagoan and she got them bars. But who is the fourth most important city of all time? Is it Chicago or is it Houston? Let's keep going with the list, man. And I'm going to read your comment here in a second, though, Blaze. I appreciate you for tuning in to the show. 50 Cent back down. That's cool. It's cool. I want to get into the top 10, though. I don't want to play no more. Cannabis, second round knockout. He was rapping his ass off. For real. I didn't know that Wyclef produced this, though. Let's hear some of it, though. I said I wasn't going to play no more of it, but damn, I want to hear it.
Hey, Mike Tyson here speaking with the cannabis man over here. Yo, cannabis, your main objective out here is to do nothing but eat MCs for lunch, breakfast. Hey, man, they've been playing me all my life, man. You know, I won a title a couple of times, did right, but they can't hurt us, man. We gonna do it. Get up in this ring, man, put on these gloves, let me show you how to handle
You want me
yourself,
let the world know the truth. You don't want me to shine, you study my rhyme, then you laser vocals at the mind, that's a move. Something that a rapper would do. So when you say that you platinum, you only dropping clues. I studied your background, read the book that you wrote, researched the footnotes about how you used to spin, fronting like a drug-free role model. You disgust me, I know is to see you hanging out recently. You walk around showing off your body cause it sells, plus to avoid the fact that you ain't got scales. Mad at me cause I kick that real bill. While 99% of your fans wear high heels. From Ice-T to Kumo D to Jay-Z, now you wanna with me? You must be crazy. You dripping with whack juice and you can't get it off. You better be prepared to finish what you start.
You just hold it right there. We got a legal rope on the fighter.
This nigga was dead nice, man. What happened to his career? He had the intro. He had the Wyclef beat, the intro with Mike Tyson. What happened to Cannabis? Like, what? You know, the LL demolished this nigga to the point to where he couldn't come back and make a song that gravitated to the people. So in 97, elder statesman LL Cool J invited the young guns in hip hop to contribute to his track 4321 from his Phenomenon album after hearing newcomer Cannabis' initial verse. LL caught feelings over Cannabis. L, is that a mic on your arm? Let me borrow that line, referring that microphone LL had tattooed on his arm and insisted he rewrite his verse. Damn. I remember that story. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Dre Day. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This song wasn't hitting harder to me than Eazy E, Real Motherfucking Gs. It just wasn't. For them to put this at 9, I really don't think that this need to be, you know what I mean, at 9. Let me hear about 30 seconds of it, then, you know, we'll get back to the conversation. But 9, this, what's y'all thoughts fucking with Dre Day.
My boy.
Hey, what's up, Daddy? How you doing?
All right.
Hey, what is that? Little new thing you got there?
All right. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm chilling. How you doing?
Doing fine.
Yeah, it's good.
You know, the problem with this business, people just don't trust each other. I'm glad you and I trust each other. You trust me, don't you?
Yeah, boss.
Oh, no. I work for you. I work for Eazy E. I wouldn't have it any other way. We're going to make lots of money.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so now that the contracts are signed, it's time for you to go find me some rappers.
Okay.
You ready to get rich?
Ready.
You ready to make money?
I'm ready.
You ready to buy a house?
I'm ready.
A car?
Yeah.
You go find a talent. You trust me.
Gotcha.
All right, go, boy. Go, boy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
For whatever it did to impact people back in the day, that ain't it no more. It didn't age well. That ain't it. I know that was the introduction to Snoop Dogg and all of that, but that ain't it. That ain't no top 10 disc record. I apologize. Drake back to back most definitely is a top 10 diss track of all time. This made us look at Drake different. It continued his run because he was on a run for almost a decade before this even dropped. This was halfway through his decade run, 2015. And it made people look at Meek different because Meek was coming off of the Championships album. And that Championships album, to me, Championships and Dream Chasers, two projects for Meek Mill, is flawless. It's flawless. Those two albums are flawless. And when Drake dropped this, it was, Meek had hard times. That's all I'm going to say. Pusha T, The Story of Adidon. I want to hear this today.
Easy money. It's about to be a surgical summer. Chop the tops off the coupes. The 488. The spider joint. And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right? Watch the body drop. Drug dealing aside, goose right in the side. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place.
That was a dope record, though, but listening back to it, it had a shock value about it because when it did drop, everybody was excited that somebody was going at Drake in this fashion after what he had done to Meek Mill. When did he do that to Meek? So that was 3 years before that. I actually feel like the impact of Back to Back was more impactful than this song, Pusha T. But the people who made this list, they probably feel like because Pusha T won his battle with Drake, that they're going to put his song over his song that he dissed Meek Mill on. When in all reality, my opinion, Back to Back is a better record. Let's get into 6, man. Ice Cube, No Vaseline. This is cap, man. Ice Cube, Vaseline is a top 5 record. It has to be a top 5 record. Me looking at this list now, I know that Young Dolph Play With Your Bitch ain't in the list. It's not, it can't be a part of the list. It can't be a top 5 diss record by Complex. But to me, it has to be ranked somewhere. That's a great record. Let's see what they talking about. Oh, The Bridge Is Over. Didn't they already have this on her at 39? It was already on her at 39. Now, how is it 5? Confusing. Nas, Ether at number 4. Starting to be iffy about this list now. Cause that Nas got, let me see what they got above it, man. Because for me, that's 2. Well, I really can't rank my diss tracks because I got that Play With Your Beat up high, real high. I damn near got it number 1. But this Nas is the most impactful diss record to me outside of Hit 'Em Up, even over Kendrick, Not Like Us. Let's keep going though. 3, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, this is disrespectful. This makes the list lose a lot of credibility because everybody know who won that battle. Every hip hop head know who won that battle. How is this? Does this make sense to y'all now? Y'all see that? 4, 3. This don't make sense. This is foolishness. Let's keep going. Whoa. Please don't tell me Not Like Us number 1. I'm turning the live off right now. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Recency bias at an all-time high. Number 1, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us number 1. Now let's talk about it for a minute. I ain't gonna just go away like that. I ain't gonna go away like that, but I'm kind of disgruntled about this. This list loses all credibility to me. It started losing. It was doing its thing, but they had KRS-One on the list twice for The Bridge Is Over. They lost credibility behind that. They don't have Young Dolph Play With Your Bitch on there, so they ain't putting no respect on the South name. And then when I seen this, you got Nas Ether at number 4, and you got Jay-Z to Takeover at number 3. When we know what the world's perception is of that beef, the Ether song was humiliated Jay-Z's Takeover, and it was better. This is showing a lot of biases, and it's showing a lot of foolishness going on. And you cannot put Tupac at 2, Hit 'Em Up, under Kendrick Lamar. But I feel as if like the media and people that run these companies and things like that, they'll do some shit like that just to keep relationships going. They let you know that there's relationships involved in this. And that song, even though it was performed at the Super Bowl, even though he just did it in Toronto, even though it had that impact on Drake's career, who has been rapping and at the lead and at the top of his game for a long time, my opinion, it's not number 1. That's all I'm gonna say. Dope list though. Great for a discussion. Blaze, thank you for tuning in and chopping it up with the kid, man, on the show. I highly appreciate your presence all the time, family. And I agree with you. This list is bogus because they put Jay-Z's Takeover at number 3 and Nas Ether at number 4 when we know what everybody think about it. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show, man. I appreciate y'all, man. On the way out, please hit the like button for me to help me trigger the algorithm so people can keep watching, the show. And you're right, fam. It's definitely recency bias. It samples Ether. That's a fact. Thank y'all, though. Don't forget about the memberships. We got the memberships going now for exclusive content. I'll be back a couple of times today, too, man. I'm getting ready to do a show about a health discussion because these foods and these things that we consuming, they trying to kill us, man. And I want to react to this documentary and chop it up with y'all. And I hope that I get some people to call in on the show on that episode. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. In the comment section, if you can do me a favor, not on the live, but in the comment section once I'm off of here, put your top 5 diss tracks of all time, and we're going to chop it up in that comment section. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money, and I'm gone. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.